Okay, hello friends. Glad you could make it to my live. Sorry, I was just pooping around and lost track of time. Happy Wednesday, happy June, happy summer, happy short work week. Welcome to my live, and if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Couture. Once you hop on either the live or the replay, say hi in the comments and tell me where you're watching from. If you are catching this later, if you wouldn't mind putting hashtag replay in the comments, that way I know you're here and I can say hi at a later date. Also, I want to let you know that I am using an online platform called StreamYard to be live in 3 locations this evening. So I'm live on my Facebook business page, I am live on my YouTube channel, and I'm also live in my private Facebook crafty group. And I tell you that way if you hear me refer to a comment that you don't see in your comment feed, that viewer may be watching from and commenting from a different platform. Also, if you're watching from my private Facebook group, please give StreamYard access, if you don't mind, to your profile name and your profile pic. That way you show up under your profile name in my comments, and not otherwise. If you don't give StreamYard access, you'll just show up as Facebook user and I won't know who to say hi to. Speaking of saying hi, let's go to my comments. I see that Jason is watching from the other side of the door. And as you hop on, make sure you do say hi. So with that, I'm going to flip my camera so that you can see the overhead shot. So tonight we will be using the size B bird cutout patterns, and I also have the bird cutouts. So these are sold separately, but for the cutouts, you get a small bird and a large bird. And then you also get large wings and 2 small wings. And you also get a set of little adhesive squares. Oops. I can't see sorry, I have a comment that I can't see. Jason says birds. So yeah, sorry about that. I couldn't see a comment, so I had to readjust my resolution so that I could see that. So you get a small bird, a large bird, 2 small wings, 2 large wings, and your adhesive squares. And for the transfer, which is sold separately, you get this size B transfer. So they are designed so that you can do the front and the side A and side B of each bird. So there's side A and side B. And then you also get 2 wing patterns for the small and 2 bird wing patterns for the large as well. So as with any other transfer, this is a silkscreen reusable sticky backed transfer. These are reusable about 8 to 12 times depending on how well you take care of them. Because this is reusable and I want to make sure I return the transfer to the right side of the carrier sheet, I'm going to put the name of the transfer on the back of this carrier sheet. That way I know that this is the back side and that this transfer goes on this particular backer sheet. Because if you do put it on the wrong side, it's kind of like trying to peel a sticker off of a piece of paper. You can get them off of the wrong side, but it is kind of tricky. You'll also notice that there are some white lines. Those are suggested cut marks. I do like to keep my backer sheet intact, so I do score on those lines instead of cutting. So I'm just lifting up a portion of the transfer, and I'm just going to glide or score my scissors down those cut lines. You can cut your transfer sheet in all the different pieces. I, however, prefer to keep my backer sheet intact. But you do you, boo. I just don't want 50 bajillion pieces of backer sheet laying around. I used to cut them apart, but it doesn't make for very easy storage. So again, I'm just scoring across those lines. While you're watching me cut my transfer apart, if you wouldn't mind spreading the chalk love, hitting the heart button, hitting the like button, giving me a thumbs up, tag your crafty friends, all that fun stuff. Hello, Melissa. How are you? Welcome. Let me know where you're all watching from. I am actually in central Kansas. It is a beautiful 64 degrees right now. It's been raining for days, off and on. Okay, so before I get started, I'm going to sand my birds just lightly, just to kind of smooth their texture. I'm also going to kind of distress around the edges. Melissa says she's doing well, watching from East Texas. Well, welcome. I'm just going to give these a light sanding on both sides. I might come in later and distress the edges. And I don't have a cart link listed right now, but after the video, I will come back in and I will add a cart link for all this, most of the supplies that are available on my chalk site that I used this evening. So be looking for that. And again, with any cart link, you can always add or subtract from your cart depending on what you need and what you have. So let's get those. Get all those dusted off. Melissa, are you a Couture designer? Are you a customer? Okay. Next, I'm going to steal some. Both of my wax applicators are upstairs because I washed them this weekend. You're a designer. Perfect. Glad to have you. So I'm just going to give these a light wax. Here, I'm not going to need a whole lot. I am using the surface wax. And what this is going to do is it's going to fill any cracks or crevices, little nooks and crannies in the wood grain where my paste could seep. It's also going to create a barrier for my transfer so that it doesn't stick so hard that it pulls up any wood fibers. I'm just kind of trying to buff that in so it's smooth and shiny. And so I don't know if you can see a difference. There's a little bit of a shine. Again, I'm not using much. Just going back in to buff that out. I don't think, those are kind of little, so I'm going to take my chances on the wings, but I did wax the actual bird cutouts. We'll see what happens. Okay, so let's bring our transfer back in. Let's see. And you don't have to stick to the bird cutout transfer. Say you bought the Carrot Patch kit. You could pull out this small buffalo plaid, and both birds would fit within these patterns. So you don't have to buy, just because you want the wood cutouts doesn't necessarily mean you need the transfer. But like I always say, it's nice to have these different backgrounds. So like when I'm making wood earrings, let's say for instance, this random piece of wood is my earring. I like to look for these different backgrounds that I can use in other things. So I don't necessarily have to use this as a bird. I can put one of my wood teardrop earring blanks on here, and I can make a floral earring, or I could make a text earring. I'm learning to think outside the box. So let's do the large bird first. So I've scored it. It's easy to peel off. It's also new. So I'm going to fuzz a few times. So I'm just going to lay my transfer on a terry cloth towel. You can use a shirt. You can use your pants. You could use the couch. I just probably wouldn't use the dog. And I'm just going to line up the wood cutout with the transfer. And if you need to hold it up to the light, that works too. I'm just going to burnish that down. And to be honest, I didn't pick out my project till 5 minutes before I was going to go live. So I don't even have any colors picked out. So since I want to put these in my house, I'm going to use kind of my decor colors, and sadly both of these colors are retired. Well, maybe if I can get this one open. So this one's Midnight Sky. It's a true navy. And this one is curry. So I kind of have mustard yellow and navy going on upstairs. Oh, that looks harder than it is, but it is perfect. So I'm using Midnight Sky and curry, but they would be cute in some of these fun spring colors that we have. Remember last night I used the Bright Side paste palette pack, so your birds would look really cute in those colors. You could bring in some red and blue and make some patriotic birds. The sky is the limit, but I'm going to use Midnight Sky and curry. And if you like the navy color, you could mix like probably colonial, or actually it's probably cadet. Mix cadet with a little bit of black, and then you could get like this darker navy color. So this is just our chalk paste. I'm using a squeegee to apply it. And I'm just applying the chalk paste wherever the silkscreen material is. So I'm going to put the excess back in my jar. I'm going to even out all my squeegee lines. And I'm going to pull the transfer off. So I'm just going to set that aside for a little bit. So there's one bird. Let's give that a little bit of a dry. So we'll just alternate back and forth between the large bird and the small bird, because I do want to let them dry between the sides so that I can flip it over and do the next side. Jason said, "That's beautiful." Thanks, dear. I'm a sucker for anything navy blue. So this one just has a bunch of text. Let's see, let's put it back on here and you can see it better. So it just has some text in it. Both of the bottom birds are text-based, and then the top two are floral designs. So I fuzzed this. So I'm just going to line it up with the cutout as best as I can. I like to just hold it up to the light and make sure that I have it mostly lined up. So now I'm going to dip into my curry. And I think you could probably mix a tiny bit of bark, like tiny, to bumblebee to make it a little darker, to get this mustard yellow color. You could also use Shimmer Harvest. It would just be a shimmery version of this color. I wish they would bring curry back. It's one of my favorite colors. I just love mustard yellow. Melissa says, "I need to learn how to do a live like this on your page. You love how my setup is." Well, thank you. It took me at least 2 years to get up the courage to do a live. And now that I've done it, I wished I wouldn't have waited so long. But you don't have to have a fancy setup. I wish I would have just hit the go live button on my phone and started years earlier. But I appreciate the compliment. But I'd be more than happy to help in any way that I can. I do love how easy StreamYard makes it easy to go live. I mean, this looks fancy and hard, but it isn't. Okay, so let's go on to the wings. And I think I'm going to alternate. So for the large bird's body, I'm going to do blue, but I think for the wings, we'll do mustard yellow, and we'll do the same for the smaller bird. Melissa says, "Girl, me too. You waited 3 years to go live." Yeah, I'm live using StreamYard. So I'm live I'm live on my Facebook page. I'm live on my YouTube channel, and I'm live in my private Facebook group. And StreamYard allows me to do that at the same time. I think that's the way that goes. I'm not for sure if it matters. With the lemon kit, it mattered which way I go, but you know what? I think I'm going to flip this one upside down. I think it might be a little easier to figure out where I'm going. And StreamYard has a couple of different, I may just have to hold it up to the light. StreamYard has 3 different tiers. There's the basic plan, which is free, but you can only go live in one place, which isn't terrible. And then the next tier is I don't remember what that's called. That might be the basic plan. The free plan, the basic plan, that allows you to go live in up to 3 locations, and then the professional allows you to go, gosh, I think 6 different places. So here's the, and I think I'm just going to do dots on both of them. So I'm just going to lay this one back down. Oops, I did not get that where I needed it to go. And because I swiped it pretty clean when I did it the last time, it should be easy to place. Okay, so there are my wings. I'm just going to set that one to the side. I will show you. I will, we can clean those later. Okay, so I think we'll just use this plain one for this one. That has a lot of silkscreen on it. So I'm actually going to stick it to my table to make sure it doesn't go very far. And I'm going to get a skinnier squeegee and a little bit of chalk paste. So there's the blue one for the little one, blue one for the little bird. So I'm just going to set that right back down, kind of stick it to my table. And I still have a little bit of paste left on that squeegee. Okay, so lay that one to the side, and I have it all over my fingers. So I'm just getting out a wipe. Melissa says, genius, sticking it to the table. Whatever works. That pattern did not have a lot of silk screen to it, so I needed something to keep it from going everywhere. Okay, so let's scoot that one that way. Now I think I have blue everywhere. I'm going to get the little cardboard that this came on. That way my table doesn't scratch it up. And so now we're going to go back and we'll do side B of each of the birds. So I'm going to fuzz the transfer a few times. I'm just putting down a layer of lint to keep my transfer from sticking so hard to the bird that it might pull or distort my transfer when I go to remove it, because then if that happens, it may not work as well. I'm just holding it up to the light, and then I'm going to burnish it down. And okay, that one was navy. Just about forgot what color it was. So now I'm just going to take my squeegee and I'm going to drag it across the silkscreen material. Turning my surface as I go. And now I'm just kind of removing the excess and smoothing out my squeegee lines. Now my favorite part, peeling it off. Ta-da! I'm just going to lay that over there. So there is that side. So we'll let that dry. flip this bird over. So I'll fuzz this one a few times. Thanks, Melissa. Okay, so we'll just line this up. I'm going to hold it up. Yep, that looks pretty good. So now I will use the curry. Jason says the navy and the white is striking. It is very striking. There's just something about navy. Navy and gray. Those are my two favorite neutrals. If you can call navy a neutral, but I think you can. So I'm just trying to get some of this excess off. I've got a lot on the side that I can reuse for something else. Very pretty. So there is the mustard or curry colored one. Okay, so let's get, while those are hanging out and drying, let's get some of this stuff put away. Put my lids back on so my chalk doesn't dry out. Push those away. I'm going to dry my wings so I can move them. Because I want to show you how easy it is to clean the transfers. Okay, so let's just stash the wings on here. My little adhesive dots. We'll move those out of the way. And then let's bring in a little tub of water. And as I'm doing that, I am literally just dumping my transfers into the water. They've just been hanging out. They have not been in the water, but now they're going for a swim. So you just, to clean the transfers, it's super easy. And that's one of the things I love about Couture products is super easy cleanup. So you just need a water source, whether it be a tub of water like this or an actual sink. So I'm just kind of scrubbing them on the bottom, kind of reactivating that paste that is kind of dried while it was sitting there waiting for me. So I'm going to move some of these to the side. I think I did that one first. And I have my board eraser. I'm just going to get it wet. And I'm just going to gently use the board eraser to remove as much of that paste as I can from the front side and the back side. So I'm going to flip it over, do the same thing. And then I'll just grab the next one. And I know it's getting kind of hard to see because my water's kind of dirty. But I'm just gently using that board eraser on the front side and the back side. I like to clean my transfers as soon as I can. That way it's a little easier to clean them while that paste is slightly damp. Oops. So I'm just laying them sticky side up on my towel here. And then we've got the wings. So there's one. This tub's a little shallow, so I'm kind of making a mess. That's why I moved my project out of the way. Okay, so we'll put that away before I really spill it. Okay, so now, I'm going to just clean the backside because we put all of that lint on the backside. I want to try to get some of that off, so I'm just going to grab a disinfecting wipe. So about down to the bottom of the barrel. Okay, and I'm just going to wipe the back sides down. This is going to help get some of those fuzzies off and any chalk paste that I may have missed. The chair's squeaky. So is everyone excited that we're almost to the weekend? Okay, so I'm going to bring my backer sheet back. After you've cleaned your transfers, you're welcome to just leave them like this, sticky side up, and let them air dry. But I have a tendency to forget that my transfers are air drying, and I have left transfers out for a week at a time, and that's not really very good on the sticky part. So to combat that, I just put them back on their backer sheet as soon as I'm done. Of course, now I don't remember which way they went, which could pose a problem. So I just put them back on their backer sheet and I let them continue to dry there. I actually think they're a little bit easier to put back on the backer sheet while they are still damp. So they'll just hang out there until they're dry, and then I will put them back in their binder to store. So I can clean all of that up and make sure my table is good and dry. And then let's bring back our birds. Okay, I think I'm going to dry this yellow one because I'm not positive that it's dry. It should be, but I can't guarantee it. Oh. I think that one may have gotten wet. Okay, so I have not used these adhesive squares before, but I thought I'd give them a whirl. So they are double-sided. So I'm going to stick one, and you probably could. I could have also chalked the back side of the wing, but I'm not that ambitious. And actually, I don't know if I want to sand these. Sand or not sand? That is the question. I think I kind of actually like them. I don't know. I'm afraid if I sand them, I'll lose a lot of the print that we just put on there. So I don't think I'm going to sand them. Shocking, I know. So I'm going to peel, maybe. I don't know if you could see the look of concentration on my face. I'm sure it would be kind of hideous. That's hard to get off. Okay, so I peeled the backing off. And I'm just, I don't want to cover up the word tweet. Oh well. So I'm just going to stick. I'm going to have it sticking out. So I'll peel off the other one. Try to match them up if we can. So there's one bird. We are almost done, and then I've got a heck of a lot of stuff to go over with you when we're done. So stay tuned. Melissa says, those turned out cute. Thanks, Melissa. Let me get this last one off. They would be really cute in the patriotic colors. Especially if you have the star cutout patterns transfer. It'd be cute in patriotic colors with those patriotic star designs. Oh, super cute. So there's side A of one of both birds, and there's side B of both birds. Super cute. And you could paint these. You could kind of faux stain them and then chalk them. You can paint them any color you would like and then chalk them. They are super cute. And of course, you know, since my name's Robin, I have to have a thing for birds. So they will proudly be displayed. Okie doke. So let's go over a few of the promotions that have that were rolled out this morning. So the first one isn't a promotion, but it is the new monthly Club Couture transfer, and I used it on Monday night. I redid my interchangeable tag on my porch leaner. So this one is Live in the Sunshine. It is exclusive to Club Couture members and designers. As a Club Couture subscriber, you do get this DIY monthly kit mailed to your mailbox. And it comes with a transfer and 3 paste singles. This month's colors are Couture Teal, Guava, and Shimmer Harvest, which are yummy colors together. It is $19.99 a month with free shipping. There is a 3-month minimum commitment to sign up. You can cancel at any time after those 3 months. Also, as a Club Couture member, you do get flat rate shipping on any additional chalk site orders. However, as of today, shipping prices via Chalk Couture have increased. So it has increased to $5.99 a month USD and $15.99 Canadian. So just keep that in mind. However, that is still a really good shipping price. I think it just increased like $1.04. So keep that in mind. If you have if you want any information about Club, type Club in the comments, or I do have a club link in my smart bio that is linked in the description of the video. The next promotion is June is a Creative Kickstart month. So there are 2 Creative Kickstart transfers and a palette pack available this month. There is the Etched Bugs transfer, which sounds kind of creepy, but they're actually really cute transfers. And then the Explore, Dream, Discover transfer, which also has some really yummy, it has a really yummy book page portion to it. So those are available at retail, but you can also earn them for free as a customer. So if you spend $65 US, you can earn the Explore, Dream, Discover transfer for free. If you spend $80, then you can get both transfers for free. There's also a special palette pack design just for the Creative Kickstart, which includes Black, Eucalyptus, Ocean Mist, Papaya. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, and I can't see that very well. Papaya, I think that's Raspberry Sorbet, and Shimmer Harvest, if I'm correct. I can't remember, and I can't see that far. So the palette pack is not, you are not able to get that for free, but you could include that in your either the $65 or the $80 to get the transfers for free. Also, drum roll please, part of the Kickstart promotion is, that's not the right one. Did I not put it in here? Well, this works. There is a June only Creative Kickstart Designer Kit available. It is limited quantity and it is limited time, but while supplies last, if you've been on the fence about being a designer, this would be the month to sign up, because you can get this carefully curated Creative Kickstart Designer Kit for $59 plus tax and shipping. It's over $200 in product, and you can get it for $59. So it includes 7 transfers, 6 paste singles, 3 surfaces, which are your 9x12 Aden magnetic porcelain chalkboard, which that alone is a $39.99 value. You get the 5x7 board and base, and you get a package of chalk chips. You also get a small and mini squeegee, and then you'll get the signature logo apron. So heck of a deal. It will not last all month. There are limited quantities, and it is this month only while supplies last. So if you have any questions about signing up as a designer, just put kit in the comments below and I can get you some more information. I believe that is it. I appreciate you watching this evening. I will be back again on Saturday live at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Time. I appreciate you watching this evening. If you're watching the replay later, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and thanks for watching. Talk to you later.